Have you ever felt lost amidst the hustle and bustle of life like a lone warrior facing a storm? Do you yearn for inner strength and profound peace to overcome life's challenges? Let me guide you into the world of silent warriors, where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism will grant you extraordinary resilience, helping you stand tall against any adversity. Stoicism is not just a philosophy. It's an art of living, a way of life that empowers us to find serenity and inner strength amidst the chaos of the world. The secret of these Stoic warriors lies in their mastery of the art of silence, a hidden power, a quiet resilience that needs no words to express itself. In today's world, where noise and haste seem relentless, silence is the key that unlocks the door to wisdom, transforming chaotic sounds into meaningful melodies. Silence is not weakness or avoidance. It is an inner strength, a silent fortitude. Join me on this journey of discovery where we will delve into how Stoic sages turned silence into a life strategy, a path leading to wisdom, resilience, and unwavering strength. If you're feeling overwhelmed by life's pressures, if you long for an oasis of peace within your soul, or if you are simply curious about the hidden power of silence, you have come to the right place. Subscribe to my channel to unlock the secrets of Stoicism and discover how silence can elevate your life, bring peace amidst turmoil and clarity amidst confusion. Together, we will step into the world of silent warriors, where we find strength in stillness and power in the pause. Before we begin, let me tell you a story about the power of silence. Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, there lived a wise and just king named Arthos. One day, he decided to seek a new advisor to help him rule the land. After summoning wise men from all corners of the kingdom, King Arthos declared that he would choose the one who could remain silent in the most stressful situation. Among the candidates were two renowned sages, Zenos and Heron. To test their patience and ability to remain silent, King Arthos devised a special challenge. He asked them to sit in the throne room and listen to his advisors debate a complex and controversial issue. The advisors began their debate, their voices growing louder and their words becoming more heated. Some even resorted to insults to defend their viewpoints. Both Zenos and Heron sat still, listening intently, but saying nothing. After a long while, the debate ended, and King Arthos turned to the two sages. He asked them what they thought of the debate. Zenos, with a calm demeanor, said, "Your Majesty, I believe the truth lies somewhere in between their words. Each person has their own right and wrong." Heron, who had remained silent, simply smiled gently and said nothing. King Arthos looked at him with surprise and asked, "Why don't you say anything, Heron?" Heron bowed respectfully and replied, "Your Majesty, sometimes silence is the most powerful answer. When we listen without rushing to judge or argue, we can understand better and find the best solution. In silence, wisdom is born and unnecessary words are eliminated." King Arthos pondered this, and then he smiled. "Heron, you have proven the true value of silence. You shall be my new advisor." From then on, thanks to Heron's wisdom and the value of silence, King Arthos's kingdom prospered and found peace. The people of the kingdom learned to listen and understand each other better, avoiding pointless arguments and maintaining tranquility. Number 1. Silence is a manifestation of profound inner strength. In the midst of the hustle and bustle of modern life, where noise and chaos seem to permeate every corner, silence, a seemingly simple state, holds extraordinary inner power. It is not a sign of weakness or avoidance, but rather a display of resilience, a firm self-control, in the face of temptations and pressures from the outside world. Those who know silence are not those who have nothing to say, but those who have carefully chosen what is worth saying, what is worth sharing. They understand that words are like a double-edged sword, capable of bringing joy and encouragement, but also causing hurt, misunderstanding, and conflict. Therefore, they cherish each word, carefully considering before speaking, so that every word brings positive value to themselves and those around them. Silence is when we allow ourselves to settle, like a river after days of storms, returning to its inherent tranquility. It is when we let go of worries, anxieties, and negative thoughts, allowing our souls to freely soar and find simple yet meaningful things. In that stillness, we can listen to the voice of our hearts, recognize the true values of life, and find peace within our souls. As Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and renowned Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." He dedicated time each day to meditate, reflect, and journal, recording his thoughts, emotions, and life lessons. It was through this silence that he was able to see more clearly his own strengths and weaknesses, making appropriate adjustments to become a wise emperor and a better person. Silence is also a time for introspection, like a mirror reflecting the hidden corners of our souls. We can clearly see our desires, dreams, fears, and weaknesses. From there, we can find solutions to overcome obstacles, develop our potential, and improve ourselves. Silence is not just a state, but also a journey. It's a journey we take deep within ourselves, discovering our infinite potential and finding true peace. Take time each day to meditate, to listen to the voice of your heart, to contemplate the true values of life. Because only when we know silence can we hear the things that the noisy world outside cannot tell us. Do you agree with me on this? If so, please comment with the number 1. Number 2, silence helps us conserve energy. In a world filled with stimuli and temptations, protecting our mental energy is more important than ever. Stoics understand that our energy is finite and needs to be used wisely. One of the most effective ways to preserve and enhance our inner strength is through the practice of silence. In Stoic philosophy, silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a state of mind, a deliberate choice to avoid idle chatter, gossip, or unnecessary arguments. It's a time to focus inward, listen to our inner voice, reflect on important values, and seek peace within our souls. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "Protect your energy like a soldier guarding a fortress." He understood that every word, every thought consumes our energy. Therefore, choosing silence is a way to conserve that precious energy, reserving it for more important matters and greater goals. In modern society, we are often caught in a whirlwind of pointless conversations, gossip about others, and sensational news on social media. These things not only waste our time and energy, but also agitate our minds, making us lose focus and easily influenced by negative information. Silence helps us avoid those negative impacts, creating space for our minds to rest, recover, and regenerate energy. In silence, we can focus on positive thoughts, good intentions, and important goals in life. Moreover, silence also helps us cultivate self-control and patience. When we know how to restrain our words, we become calmer, more clear-headed, and able to make better decisions. Silence is also a way to show respect for others, to listen and understand them more deeply. Of course, silence doesn't mean we have to live in isolation or abandon all communication. What's important is that we strike a balance between silence and communication, choosing meaningful conversations, positive companions, and activities that help us grow. Before we move on to the next value, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you won't miss any future videos. And if you love this content as much as I do, comment "I love silence." Let's learn and improve our lives together. Number 3. Silence helps us avoid unnecessary arguments. Stoics understand that not every debate leads to positive outcomes, and sometimes silence is the wisest choice. When faced with provocations, harsh words, or opposing viewpoints, instead of reacting angrily, Stoics choose to remain silent. They understand that arguing only escalates tension, creates unnecessary misunderstandings, and damages relationships. Silence is not a sign of concession or weakness, but rather a demonstration of self-control and emotional mastery. Stoics recognize that negative emotions only lead to undesirable consequences. Therefore, they choose to remain calm, observe, and objectively assess the situation before making a decision. Silence is also a way to show respect for others. When we are silent, we allow the other person space to express their views while demonstrating our willingness to listen and understand them. This helps create an open and respectful communication environment, thereby minimizing the potential for conflict. In some cases, silence is the best way to resolve conflicts. When both sides are angry, continuing the argument only worsens the situation. Silence gives us time to calm down, see the issue more clearly, and find a reasonable solution. However, silence doesn't mean we have to accept all injustices or remain silent in the face of wrongdoing. Stoics still know how to speak up when necessary, but they do so thoughtfully and purposefully, not letting emotions control them. Silence is an art, a skill that needs to be practiced and cultivated. When we know how to use silence wisely, we can avoid pointless arguments, protect our energy, and build better relationships. Have you ever experienced moments when anger flared up, yet you managed to maintain composure and silence? If so, please leave a 4 or share your story with us. We would love to hear about your experiences and resilience during those challenging times. Number 4. Silence manifests deep listening. In communication, silence becomes a precious gift. When we know how to listen deeply, we not only show respect, but also open the door to understanding and connecting with others. In communication, silence is not passivity or lack of interest, but a deliberate choice, an attitude of sincere and profound listening. When we are silent, we give our full attention to the person in front of us, not only listening to what they say, but also observing their body language and sensing the emotions hidden beneath their words. This silence creates a safe space where others feel respected and understood. They can freely express their thoughts and feelings without interruption or judgment. This helps us better understand their perspective, allowing us to provide appropriate feedback and build stronger relationships. Silence also gives us time to reflect on what we've heard, to analyze and evaluate information objectively. As a result, we can ask insightful questions, offer intelligent responses, and find creative solutions to problems. Silence in listening is not only an important communication skill, but also a demonstration of empathy and respect. When we know how to listen deeply, we build trust and genuine connection with others, creating a solid foundation for all relationships. Remember, sometimes silence is the best way to show our care and understanding. Let's learn to listen with our hearts so we can connect with others more deeply and sincerely. So number 5, silence is a sign of true confidence. True confidence is not about boasting, arrogance, or seeking validation from others. It is a deep understanding of oneself, one's values, and capabilities. Confident individuals don't need to prove themselves to anyone. They know who they are and what they want. They are not swayed by praise or criticism, nor are they affected by external pressures. Silence is one of the clearest manifestations of this confidence. When we are silent, we allow ourselves to listen, observe, and understand the world around us more deeply. We don't need to interrupt conversations to show off our knowledge. We simply focus on learning and absorbing new things. Take Socrates, one of the greatest philosophers of ancient Greece, who was famous for his Socratic questioning method. He often asked simple yet profound questions, prompting others to think and find answers for themselves. Socrates didn't impose his views on others, but encouraged them to think and discover themselves. His silence in dialogues was not a lack of understanding, but a way to show respect for others and create space for them to think freely. Similarly, in our daily lives, we don't need to talk excessively to prove our knowledge. Sometimes silence is the best way to learn and absorb knowledge from those around us. When we are silent, we can focus on listening to what others say, observing their actions, and drawing valuable lessons for ourselves. Silence also allows us to reflect on ourselves more objectively. When not distracted by external noise, we can listen to the voice of our hearts, recognize our strengths and weaknesses, and make appropriate adjustments to improve ourselves. Confident individuals are not afraid of silence. They know that silence is not weakness, but a hidden strength. They know that silence can bring them peace, focus, and clarity. And they know that when necessary, they can speak up strongly and confidently to defend the values they believe in. In a world full of noise and ostentation, let's learn to cherish silence. Because silence is not just a state, but also an art of living, a way for us to express our confidence and courage. Number 6. Silence is a wise strategy when facing adversaries. When confronting enemies, silence acts as a veil of mystery, concealing our true thoughts, emotions, and intentions. This leaves the opponent unable to grasp the situation or anticipate our next moves. They become bewildered, anxious, and unsure of how to deal with us. Imagine being in a heated argument with someone with ill intentions. Instead of reacting to their attacks with anger and resistance, you choose silence. This silence will confuse your opponent, as they won't know what you're thinking or if you're secretly preparing a counterattack. This uncertainty will make them lose confidence and may even cause them to withdraw from the argument. Silence is not only effective in direct confrontations, but also in dealing with hidden enemies. When we don't reveal our weaknesses or vulnerabilities, it becomes difficult for our adversaries to exploit them. Silence is also a way to protect our energy, avoiding wasting time and mental resources on pointless battles. History has witnessed numerous examples of silence being used as an effective military strategy. In the Peloponnesian War, the Spartan general, Lysander, used the tactic of silence to defeat the Athenian forces. He deliberately ignored the provocations of the Athenians, causing them to become impatient and make mistakes. Ultimately, Lysander achieved a decisive victory. Beyond warfare, silence is applicable in many other areas of life. In business, maintaining silence about sensitive information can help a company protect its competitive advantage. In personal relationships, silence is sometimes the best way to resolve conflicts and avoid hurting others. However, silence doesn't mean being passive or submissive. It's a deliberate choice, a smart strategy to protect ourselves and achieve our goals. When we know how to use silence wisely, we become stronger and more confident. ready to face any challenge in life. Number 7. Silence in anger demonstrates a high level of self-control. In Stoic philosophy, silence in the face of anger is a sign of inner strength and self-mastery. When we face the storm of anger raging within, we don't let it sweep away our reason and clarity, but calmly take a step back, observe and understand the emotions at play. Imagine yourself as a skilled general facing a challenging battle. Instead of rushing into a blind attack, you choose to observe the battlefield, analyze the strengths and weaknesses of the enemy, and meticulously plan your strategy. Similarly, when anger arises, see it as a test, an opportunity to cultivate your courage and wisdom. Stoics understand that anger is a natural human response to unpleasant, unjust, or hurtful situations. However, they don't let this emotion control them. Instead, they use reason to analyze the situation, identify the root cause of the anger, and respond appropriately. For instance, when insulted by a colleague, instead of retaliating with harsh words, a Stoic would pause and think, why did this person say such things? Are they going through a difficult time? Is there a way to resolve this peacefully? By asking questions and seeking answers, they can avoid unnecessary conflicts and find the best solution for both sides. Silence in anger is also a way to show respect for others. When we don't respond to provocations or aggressive actions, we demonstrate that we don't want to hurt them, that we want to resolve the issue peacefully and constructively. This not only helps us maintain good relationships, but also demonstrates the maturity and strength of a Stoic. As Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." When we delay our reaction, we give ourselves time to calm down, think clearly, and make the right decisions. Silence is not weakness, but strength. It's the strength of self-control, patience, and compassion. When we know how to be silent in anger, we have conquered ourselves, overcome negative emotions, and become stronger and better individuals. Number 8. Silence cultivates patience. In the modern world, where everything happens at a dizzying pace, patience seems to have become a rare virtue. We're accustomed to instant gratification, wanting things to go our way, and easily getting frustrated when faced with obstacles. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us that patience is one of the most important virtues for achieving peace and happiness. And silence, a seemingly passive state, is an effective tool for cultivating patience and controlling anger. Silence allows us to take a step back, observe, and listen, instead of reacting impulsively to difficult situations. When we are silent, we create space for our minds to rest, for reason to speak, and for negative emotions to subside. For example, when someone insults or criticizes us, instead of immediately retaliating with harsh words, try to remain silent for a moment. Take a deep breath, observe your emotions, and ask yourself, will reacting really solve the problem, or will it only make things worse? When we calm down, we can see the issue more objectively and find the best solution. Silence is also a way to practice patience in pursuing our goals. In life, not everything goes according to our wishes. There will be times when we face difficulties, failures, and have to wait. But if we know how to be patient, we will have the strength to overcome any challenge and achieve success. Take the story of Thomas Edison, the great inventor who went through thousands of failures before inventing the light bulb. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's perseverance and patience helped him overcome all obstacles and become one of the greatest inventors in history. Silence not only helps us cultivate patience, but also helps us control anger. When we are angry, we often say things we later regret. But if we know how to be silent, we have time to think more thoroughly, to understand the cause of our anger, and to find a peaceful solution to the problem. Silence is not weakness, but a sign of inner strength. Stoics understand that anger only hurts ourselves and those around us. Therefore, they choose silence to protect their souls from negative emotions and maintain good relationships. Practice silence every day. Even if it's just for a few minutes, take time to meditate, read a book, walk in nature, or simply sit quietly and listen to your breath. You'll be surprised at how silence can bring you immense mental and physical benefits. Number 9. Silence cultivates gratitude. In the midst of the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to get lost in the maze of material desires and fame, forgetting the true values of happiness. But deep within each of us, there exists a space of silence, where gratitude and appreciation for the simple things are nurtured. And silence, like a magical key, opens the door to this rich inner world. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on the value of stillness, teaches us that when we know how to pause, listen and observe, we will discover the hidden beauty in seemingly ordinary things. It could be the chirping of birds each morning, the gentle sunlight filtering through the leaves, the warm smile of a loved one, or simply a cup of hot tea on a quiet afternoon. Silence allows us to escape the noise and chaos of the external world, allowing our souls to settle and return to ourselves. In that tranquil space, our senses become more acute, and we can clearly feel each breath, each heartbeat, and every subtle vibration of our soul. When our minds are no longer distracted by wandering thoughts and daily worries, we have the opportunity to reflect on our lives more deeply. We will realize that happiness is not a distant destination, but a journey we take through each moment, cherishing every experience and being grateful for what we have. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This teaching reminds us that happiness lies not in possessing many material things, but in knowing contentment and appreciating what we have. Silence not only helps us appreciate the good things, but also teaches us to be grateful for the difficulties and challenges in life, because it is those difficulties that have forged a strong, resilient soul and a heart capable of love and sharing. Take time each day to practice silence, to listen to your inner voice, to feel the beauty of life, and to nurture gratitude. Because only when we appreciate what we have can we live a meaningful and truly happy life. Number 10. Silence ignites creativity. Amidst the busyness of life, silence serves as a peaceful oasis, allowing our minds to rest and recharge. When we detach ourselves from the external noise, the chaotic thoughts and daily worries gradually fade away, creating space for new ideas to sprout and flourish. Silence is a tranquil void where the light of intuition can easily penetrate and illuminate our souls. In this quietude, we can listen to the voice of our subconscious, where unique ideas and creative solutions we've never thought of before reside. Moreover, silence helps us focus deeply on our work, enhancing our ability to observe and analyze. When not distracted by surrounding noise, we can see problems comprehensively, leading to innovative and groundbreaking solutions. History has shown that many great minds have found their creative inspiration in silence. Albert Einstein, the genius physicist, once said, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind." He often took solitary walks in the woods, where he could ponder complex scientific problems and find breakthrough solutions, not only in science but also in art, literature, and many other fields. Silence plays a crucial role in fostering creativity. The writer Virginia Woolf once said, "Silence is necessary for creativity. Only when we are alone can we hear the voice of our soul." Silence is not just a tool to enhance creativity, but also a way to slow down, savor each moment, and appreciate the simple things in life. When we learn to listen and observe, we will find the world around us becoming more vibrant and colorful. Therefore, take time each day to enjoy silence. Turn off your phone and computer, find a quiet place, and let your mind relax. Read a book, write in a journal, take a walk in nature, or simply meditate and listen to your breath. You'll be surprised at the wonderful things silence can bring you. Number 11. Silence enhances communication. In a world overflowing with words, silence becomes a distinct language, a powerful and subtle communication tool that Stoic philosophy has affirmed for millennia. Stoics understand that sometimes silence carries more weight than 1,000 words, and knowing how to use silence at the right moment is the art of masterful communication. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, it is a message, a deliberate choice in communication. It can express respect, empathy, contemplation, or even opposition. Stoics know that it's not always necessary to voice every thought. Sometimes, silence is the best way to convey a message more profoundly and meaningfully. Imagine you're in an important meeting. While everyone is engaged in a heated debate, you choose to remain silent, listen, and observe. Your silence at this moment not only shows respect for others' opinions, but also indicates that you are thoughtfully considering the issue. When you do speak, your words will carry more weight because they are the result of careful listening and reflection. Silence can also be a way to express empathy for others. When a friend is going through a difficult time, sometimes empty words of comfort cannot make them feel better. In this case, your silence, along with a sincere hug, can convey a message of love and sharing more powerfully than any words. In some situations, silence is the best way to oppose an idea or a wrong action. When you disagree with a viewpoint, instead of arguing fiercely, you can choose silence to express your disagreement subtly without hurting others. However, silence is not always the best solution. There are times when you need to speak up to defend your views, express your feelings, or help others. The key is to know how to weigh and choose the right moment for silence, so that it truly has meaning and brings positive effects to communication. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Let's learn to use silence wisely to listen, to understand, and to convey the deepest messages, because silence is not only a powerful communication tool, but also a manifestation of confidence and wisdom. Number 12. Silence connects us with our inner world. In her book, A Book of Silence, author Sarah Maitland points out an intriguing paradox. Humans seem to constantly seek to fill every void with sound, as if afraid of silence. We play music in shopping malls, turn on the TV at home even when no one is watching, or fill our free time with idle chatter. Have we equated silence with loneliness and emptiness? But perhaps we have forgotten that silence itself is the background music of life. Sunlight doesn't make a sound. Tides rise and fall in silence, and the growth and flourishing of all things happen in stillness. The most wondrous aspects of nature don't need sound to affirm their existence. Silence is not just the absence of noise, but a profound state, an infinite source of creative energy. In silence, we can listen to the voice of our hearts, connect with our intuition, and discover the hidden potential within ourselves. Silence is where ideas blossom, creativity flourishes, and emotions settle. Perhaps we fear silence because we don't truly understand its meaning. We fear facing ourselves, the voids in our souls, the loneliness and stillness. But if we dare to step into the world of silence, we will discover an invisible source of strength, a true peace and tranquility. Let's take time each day to enjoy silence, to listen to the voice of nature, to connect with ourselves, and to discover the wonders that silence brings. Because silence is not only the source of life, but also the key to unlocking a rich and meaningful inner world. Number 13. Silence promotes longevity. A study by Cornell University revealed that individuals regularly exposed to noise have significantly higher levels of adrenaline in their urine compared to those working in quiet environments. Adrenaline is a stress hormone, and elevated levels can lead to various health problems such as high blood pressure, cardiovascular issues, weakened immune systems, and even an increased risk of stroke. Beyond physical health, noise also negatively impacts mental and emotional well-being. People working in noisy environments often experience stress, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and irritability. This not only affects work performance, but also their overall quality of life. Conversely, silence offers surprising benefits. Research has shown that individuals working in quiet environments have a more relaxed mood, less stress, and better sleep. They also demonstrate improved focus, problem-solving skills, and higher work productivity. Silence not only helps us relax and reduce stress, but also positively impacts cardiovascular health, digestion, and the immune system. When we live in a quiet environment, our bodies have the opportunity to recover and regenerate energy, leading to a healthier and longer life. Therefore, take time each day to enjoy silence. Turn off your phone and computer, find a quiet place, and let your mind rest. It could be a small corner in your home, a peaceful park, or simply closing your eyes and listening to your breath. Just a few minutes of silence each day can bring you tremendous benefits for both your physical and mental well-being. Number 14. Silence allows us to rest. In the modern world, where everything seems to be in constant motion, our minds are also caught up in that whirlwind. We are always restless, anxious, unable to find a moment of peace, whether walking or sitting. This is a sign that our minds are overloaded with incessant noise, preventing us from fully enjoying the present moment. Silence, like a precious medicine, soothes the turmoil in our souls, bringing true rest to both body and mind. When we pause, let go of wandering thoughts, and focus on our breath, we can feel peace spreading throughout our body. Imagine sitting by a tranquil lake, listening to the rustling leaves, watching the gentle ripples on the water. In that moment, all worries and troubles seem to vanish, leaving only stillness and serenity. That is the power of silence, helping us recharge our energy and restore balance in life. Therefore, take time each day to enjoy the quietude. Turn off your phone and computer, find a peaceful corner, and relax your body. Breathe deeply, feel the fresh air filling your lungs, and let your mind rest. Just a few minutes each day, you will notice a significant difference in your mood and well-being. Don't let the hustle and bustle of life sweep you away. Take time to listen to the voice of your soul. Silence is not just the absence of sound, but a state of peace, relaxation, and happiness. Number 15. Silence facilitates problem solving. When life throws us into challenging crossroads and our minds become tangled webs of confusion, silence emerges as a precious remedy for the soul. a necessary pause to find the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't rush to seek immediate answers, as not everyone is a master of decisiveness in every situation. Sometimes words act as a dense fog, obscuring our vision and leading us astray. In such moments, silence is not an escape but a wise strategy, a tranquil space for contemplation and finding the right path. In the stillness of our souls, we can listen to the voice of intuition, like a guiding lighthouse amidst the vast ocean. We can perceive the problem more objectively, like an observer from above seeing the whole picture and its hidden details. We can analyze, evaluate, and make wise decisions, uninfluenced by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Silence is also a gift we give to ourselves and those around us. We allow ourselves time for thorough reflection, for emotions to settle, and for our hearts to speak. Simultaneously, we show respect for others by listening and understanding their perspectives and feelings. Therefore, when faced with difficulties, give yourself a moment of silence. Let your soul rest, allow reason to speak, and let intuition guide you. For in silence, we find the strength, wisdom, and clarity to overcome any challenge, to rise and shine. As our journey through the profound realm of silence comes to a close, remember this: in a world that bombards us with endless noise, the ability to find stillness within is a treasure beyond measure. Embrace silence not as mere absence of sound, but as a sanctuary where wisdom blossoms, creativity flourishes, and inner peace resides. If this exploration resonated with you, I invite you to join our growing community of silent warriors. A simple click of the like button, a subscription to our channel, and a gentle tap on the notification bell will ensure you never miss future insights on harnessing the transformative power of silence. But the conversation doesn't end here. Share your thoughts, experiences, and aspirations in the comments below. Let's build a haven of tranquility together, where we can learn from and inspire one another on this path towards a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. Until we meet again, may silence be your guiding light, your refuge from the storm, and the wellspring of your infinite inspiration.